Hi guys, I just wanted to pop on really quick and do a quick makeup look for you. Perfect for the holidays. So we are starting with a clean face with foundation primer because your foundation primer is going to be holding your look all throughout the day and creating that flawless canvas that you're going to want, especially for the holidays and for photos. Next, I'm going to be going in with my 3D foundation. My shade is Ivory C110, and I'm actually going in with the Luminous formula. If you know you're going to be taking a lot of photos, I highly recommend the matte finish. But for me, just with my drier skin, my more normal to dry skin in the wintertime, I do like to have a more luminous finish. So I'm going to grab some of this foundation. And you don't need a lot, very little. Do not need a lot. This formula is a little bit thicker, a little bit creamier than the matte. The matte is a little bit thinner and lighter. So I'm just gonna go in and dot this kind of all over. I always start where I have my rosacea, a little bit of redness on my chin, finish up my forehead, and then I'm just gonna go in and blend this all out. So really easy. A little bit on the lids. And, with the holidays, this is going to be a look that you can do while breakfast is in the oven. I'm going to post a fun breakfast recipe for you as well, because I think this look is going to take you about 20 minutes if you are taking your time, and even maybe with a couple interruptions for the holiday morning. But perfect for a Christmas morning. You're going to look flawless for your Christmas photos. And you can do this while your breakfast is in the oven. So I'll post a fun little breakfast recipe for you. Tell me in the comments here, this is going to be a YouTube video link, but tell me in the Facebook comments what your favorite breakfast recipe is, because I would love to introduce some variety and find a new favorite, because you never know. You just never know. All right, next I'm going to go in and do a little bit of brow. For this, I am just using my brow pencil. This shade is called Brunette. And I like to go in with little feathery strokes. I am looking down in my mirror, so hopefully you guys can see all right, but light feathery strokes. And I tend to go more in straight lines rather than in curves. So you can always go in and clean it up, but look at the difference a brow makes, right? Like, it is instant facelift for your face. Amazing. All right, go in with this side here. Again, the shade is Brunette. If you have hair and you have maybe gray hair or blonde hair, you can definitely go in just with a tint. A tint is a little bit more forgiving because it only sticks to the hair that you have. And it is a little bit faster than going in with a pencil. The pencil is what is sticking to the skin. So pretty easy there, pretty quick. These guys retail for $16. Your foundation primer was $23. So those are the two we've done so far. Oh, and then we've also done our foundation. This one retails for $28. Okay, so we've done 3. Now let's get into the fun stuff. We're going to do some eyes. So for this one, you have a choice. I'm going to work with my liquid Lightbeam eyeshadow. You could also use your eye primer if you don't have them. Retails for both of these, they retail each for $18. This tube is getting a little bit empty, so I'm actually using a disposable applicator. And I am just going to go to town with this product and smear it all over my eye. Just like that. Just like that. Okay. Perfect. So this guy retails for $18 and the shade was Lightbeam. All right, grab one of my brushes. Of course, I probably don't have the one that I want, so I'll just use my finger. I'm going to blend this out. Just blend out that light beam. These liquid eyeshadows are very blendable. So they do come in 4 shades. This is the lightest shade. It's going to create a beautiful holiday glow and also act as that primer underneath. And it's buildable. So if you are a little bit uneven, you can definitely go in and add a little bit more if you need to. All right, let's add some more color here. So now I'm going to go into my great big palette of Wonder. I'm going to grab my blending brush and I'm going to pick up some of Hazelnut. So Hazelnut is a very friendly crease color. It is matte. I do believe everyone, no matter your skin tone, should have one of these shades. And you can tell I am patting and pressing this color from the outer corner and patting it over. I'm not doing any sweeping motions yet, but we're just getting the color in place as a crease color, a little bit higher than you probably think you should be applying it. And just patting it right up there. Okay, looking pretty good, right? All right, let's change it up. Let's go a little bit darker. For this one, I'm gonna be grabbing my smudger brush into the shade right here. This is called Cinnabar. Cinnabar. So definitely a lot darker. It's still a matte, keeping it on the outer corner of the crease there and just patting it and pressing it right where I want it, okay? Right where I want it. Press it where you want it to go. All right. Now I'm going to go back into my blending brush and I'm going to blend out that Cinnabar. So if I pull it a little bit towards the center of the eye and a little bit throughout that crease there, it's just giving us a little bit of a darker hue on that outer corner. So brushes make a big difference on your ability to blend. So make sure you've invested in some great brushes. If you don't have brushes, absolutely, I'm happy to help you. I have them in stock. And if your consultant is not I, then talk to her because she will totally hook you up. But that is pretty easy and simple. So now I want to add a little bit more drama. I'm going to stick with my same smudger brush here, but I'm going to go into this shade here called Hot Fudge. This is a matte shade as well. I like the mattes just for the for a holiday look and with aging skin, with crepiness or any wrinkles. I just want to keep it really matte and not a ton of shimmer because I do have that shimmer base on, remember? So again, this one, I'm just going to pull it across the lid now. I'm not pushing it up so much, just pulling it across the lid. Just that little bit, okay? Just pulling it to the center of the eyelid, not pushing it up. How pretty is this? Okay, I'm loving this look. I've worn it a few times. I think it's gorgeous. So we have the shades Hazelnut, Cinnabar, and Hot Fudge. Pretty amazing. It's gorgeous. And you still have that shimmer from the Lightbeam throughout this entire look, but the mattes are all sitting on top. It's gorgeous. Okay, so in the next one I'm going to go into, I'm going to switch it up a little bit. We're going to go into some eyeliner. Now for this, you can absolutely use our gel eyeliner. This is great for evening, a little bit more dramatic if you have maybe a party you're going to. For daytime right now, I'm going to stick with my liquid liner. This is that felt tip. So again, get it primed with the side of your lid. Just kind of get it ready. And little feathery strokes right at the lash line. Right down at the lash line. Hopefully you guys can see this okay. Looks pretty good. So very small feathery strokes right down at the lash line. You can see the difference. This is a thin line. If you need to add more, you can absolutely go in and thicken it up. But I'm just running the pen right along the lashes, almost using the side of the felt tip. But how gorgeous is that? So super easy. And again, you can thicken it as you need to. This is a little trickier if you have had a lash lift. I've met a few ladies that are getting lash lifts this holiday season because they want their lashes just to be curled all the time, which is great. It saves you from using a lash curler for sure. I would just ask for some tips because you're going to have to thread your felt tip to get in and do your liner if you've had a lash lift. So keep that in mind. At this point, this is where I would curl my lashes. I, however, just for time saving, am not. I will go in and directly do my Lash Love mascara. Now we do have some of the lash trios left if you are looking for a holiday gift or your own little mascara wardrobe this holiday season. I've got Lash Trio sets. They retail for $65 and your price is just $45. Really light layer along the bottom. And then this is where I go in and have some fun. So I'm just gonna press this in, pull it out, and I do spend a little bit of time on the outer edge of my lashes, just really coating all the lashes on that outer corner, using the whole wand. Like, amazing. There's such a difference, right? And I didn't curl. If you did curl, I mean, your lashes would be like, woo, like perfectly fanned out. All right, go in with the other eye. Little wiggle. And again, I like to focus on the outer corner just to really coat those lashes. And by applying a little bit more mascara on this outer corner, I kind of give that a little illusion of having a bit of a wing, not too much for a eyeliner wing, but it just really kind of pulls the eye up and out. So again, using the whole wand, really focusing on that outer corner. So really pretty, really pretty. Okay. Now, if you're wanting to add a little bit more intensity to this look, I would go in and grab a lighter brush. For this shade, I'm going to grab my Biscotti down here. Just pick it up on one edge of my brush. And I'm going to pull this one down from my brow. I'm just going to press it in there and kind of pull it down from my brow. And do the same to the other eye. Just going to matte a little bit of that shimmer out on the arch, just right there. I can also pull this right into the center of my eye, right by my nose there, just to lighten that up a little bit. And then here's the fun part. Let's go back in with our blending brush, grab a little bit more of that hazelnut and sweep that across. Just layering on the intensity that I want. And blending as needed. Okay, and last but not least, I'm going to go in and grab this guy here. This one here is called Gold Status. I'm going to get my brush loaded up there, and I'm going to press this right onto the center of my eyelid. Isn't that pretty? Right on the center of the eyelid there. Gorgeous. Now, if you really want to take this the next level, then on the inner corner here, you can either continue the Gold Status or go in with the color Crystalline, very light white and very shimmery shade. So you can pop that in the corner there as well. So let's finish off the look. We're going to go in with a tiny little bit of a contour. I did not grab my brush, so I'll just use a little bit of a fluffy brush here. Grab a little bit of my contour just on the edge of my brush, top of the ear, corner of the mouth, get it right in there. Same thing on the other side. Okay, top of the ear, down to the corner of the mouth. And I like to blend up. You can also do the line, but blend up. If you needed to add a little bit more foundation, you would have done that before your contour here. You don't want to put creams on top of powders. You want to put your creams under all of your powders. And then last but not least, going in a little bit of finishing powder. This is going to help blur and finish off and set all of my creams. It's also going to make it a little bit more photogenic, being that it was a luminous foundation. And it just creates a little bit of that flawless look. So I love that. And finishing spray. So finishing spray is amazing. Give it a little bit of a shake. This is the company Scandinavia, partnered with Mary Kay. So our Scandinavia finishing spray, loaded up there. This is like hairspray for your face. It's gonna set all of your makeup. And of course, a holiday lip. So let's do that in another tutorial. We will do a holiday lip. All right, we will see you soon. Have a Merry Christmas, and I hope you enjoyed this look.